Here we go. Hey, everyone. No?
Yikes.
I don't know how I'm supposed to ever start it when I make it take forever to start, because as soon as I say, here we go, and then it's quiet for a very long time, and as soon as I say the first word, it's like,
You can only be quiet for so long.
It's skill. It's a skill.
I know, but I have to take a second to be like,
Hey, Luke,
right.
I feel like you should just say it, and then you won't have to think about saying it anymore.
That's a good idea.
no, because if I say it right now, as soon as I say it, someone's going to talk. Stop. No talking. Don't talk. Don't do it.
Don't talk.
Don't do it. Here we go. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the 56th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I said that very quickly because I keep getting interrupted, and I wanted to get that out. So today, I am here with Michael,
Hey.
John,
Hello.
and Shane.
What's up, peeps?
And as always, you can check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud and what? And
What? Oh?
Google Play.
Hey.
Whammo!
Wiki.
Yeah, I just got it. I just got the podcast uploaded to Google Play. So by the time this
Nice.
episode is up, it will be on Google Play as well. So you can now leave us a review on iTunes and SoundCloud and Google Play.
So all you Android users have no excuse.
Yeah, boy. All right. So now we are moving forwards. So thank you. Now I'm off track.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
How's everybody doing? Welcome to the podcast.
I mean, I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little frustrated, but
Shane's the only one who answers the question honestly. He's like, well,
Because-
you know, Luke, I'm doing, I'd say about 50% right now. You know, it's like very honest, straightforward.
I mean, why lie? I hate when
exactly,
people do
exactly.
I honestly was having a really good day until I saw John's face. And his beard
that. Oh
was
no.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that was brutal at
I
first.
like John's face because
I loved his face
the
before.
quality
You
of
ruined
that
it.
picture is what got me the most. I said, this camera is so nice.
That's an Android phone, my friend.
John shaved
Yeah,
his
I have.
face
I know. Which one is it? I have one.
Pixel 2.
Okay.
Guys, that's not what's important. John shaved his freaking face again.
Yeah, his beard is missing.
It's gone. His face is gone.
Yeah, and I remember when I
Smooth
asked
as
if
a
I could
baby
shave
dog.
my face, and everyone said no. Yet
Yeah.
here I am.
No.
Yeah,
That's
first
why I'm
of
not
all-
letting this slide. We gotta be consistent with them.
John,
didn't
did
write
you
that.
did
You know
you
what,
tell
John?
did
It's
you tell
bad.
Shane to not shave his beard?
Yes.
Dude,
Whoa.
what the heck?
All right,
I
first
know,
of
right?
all, how dare you?
Hypocrite.
I was a different
Hypocrisy.
person. I was a different boy then.
I was a
Person
person
now.
with a beard. I was
You're
a
a boy
different
now.
person then.
Shaved.
All right, you were a man
Listen.
before. Now you're a child.
While I was driving home today, I had a revelation. You're only gonna look young for so long. So
That's not
fuck
true.
it. I'm gonna look like a baby as long as I can.
Entire.
And when I'm old and wrinkly and shit, that's when I'll grow my fucking beard out.
I mean,
That's-
dumb
you're
with
That's
that.
when I'll
White,
become
you're
a
white.
wizard.
Well, think about this. You're only gonna have a dark beard for so long.
Yeah.
I don't care. I love
Well,
white
you
hair.
can no, you can always dye your hair, whatever color.
John
you want.
will have. Here's the thing. Here's why I'm jealous, because John will have the salt and pepper, and I think the salt and pepper looks good
It does.
Thanks.
because you got your dark hair.
Or
your dark
Luke, I'm pretty
Italian
sure
hair.
for $15.99 you could also have the salt and pepper.
Touch of gray.
That's right. It's like here's what I'd do. I would take like a fly swatter and put it on my face and just spray the coloring through the fly swatter.
You're going
Yeah.
for
It
that
would be
leopard spotted
speckled.
look?
DIY. DIY.
That's right.
I
beards.
dig it.
Yeah, I can be cool like John and his Italian face.
Italian freaking baby. Freaking.
There's mozzarella and the meatball.
This is the most angry John or Michael has ever been on the podcast. It's like a freaking shame. A freaking John.
I got on the Discord call and you were like, "Yeah, John shaved his beard." I was really like, "What? Why, John?"
Day ruined.
Dude, I put the mic and the mic facing the opposite direction of me, and the sound waves are still like all the way up on my computer right now.
all the way up.
It was so loud that the sound waves bounced off the wall and went back
Back
into the
into it.
microphone on the other direction. So, Shane, why are you just okay? You're a little bit irritated. Why?
I mean, my job is annoying because we don't get a schedule until the day before we're supposed to work. So, like, for Thursdays, I won't know the schedule until Wednesday. So planning your life around that is a little difficult sometimes. But I plan my life anyways. And then I tell them this schedule doesn't work for me and here's why. So I've been doing that a lot, which I normally wouldn't do, but I'm just so frustrated at this point that I don't care. And I'm like just yelling at all my supervisors saying, no, this is what you need to do for me or I'm not showing up. And then they make it work. And so,
You're like, this is what you're doing for me or you're fired. Boss.
yeah, no, it's a real, I'm playing the you need me, I don't need you thing, which is true. They need me. So they know they have to accommodate for my needs. So that's frustrating. And then, I don't know, today it's just...
That you need to help.
Yeah. Today it's just been very long. At a rehearsal again, and just trying to keep people on focus and on track is difficult. And I had to tell them, like I was on my phone, like responding to someone. And I said, can we start the scene over, please? And they said, no, we're doing great. You were just texting. I said, I was texting because I lost interest in what I was watching on stage because it's uninteresting.
Fire!
Because we're just not doing what we're supposed to do. So,
Oh, I can imagine the silence
sass.
after they say that. Like, they're like, oh, we were just doing great. You were just texting. Just dead silence. And then you just chuck your phone onto the ground as hard as you can and it blows up. You're like, I was texting because you suck at acting. Who are these kids? Did a kid say that to you, Shane?
For the most
No
part.
talent
Yeah.
hacks.
Yeah.
How old was the kid that
I
said
think
that to you?
I think she was 14.
Wow, she just entered that teenage.
Yeah,
phase.
but I've known her.
So boring that you texted.
I've known her since she came out of the womb, so it's like whatever. But it's like it's just like, really? Like, no, I'm texting because y'all can't just get through one scene without making some type of stupid joke about something. Like, I got things to do. Like, I'm not trying to be here all day. I gotta go somewhere else. So yeah.
Burn.
Yeah. And then and just just a lot's happening and my head hurts. And we went to the petting zoo today at Hunt Club Farms.
That
and-
sucks. I hate the pet.
Oh, it sucked
Sorry.
because they made us go and they didn't tell us. We went an hour early, but then we weren't allowed to leave early. So we were there for 3 hours. And if anyone's ever been to that petting zoo, it's not big. So we were in the chicken coop for at least an hour, and then in the bird cage thing for at least an hour.
Who goes to a petting zoo and
Pet
pets
Sango
chickens?
7 times.
Who wants to
the
pet
kids,
chickens?
the kids loved it. They were picking them up,
Chickens?
putting them on their heads. Yeah.
Chickens.
I mean, their options were very limited
Here's the
because
thing. Here's the thing about chickens. Okay, chickens to me
What do you
seem
know
like
about chickens?
they're just not powerful. So chickens
Yeah.
seem like they're just not powerful enough to do the horrible stuff that they want to do to you. I just feel like deep down chickens are evil.
They're like little
And
tiny
so-
raptors.
they are evil.
Yeah, so like they're like little velociraptors, like John said. And so like if I like picked it up and put it by my face, the chicken would be like, ha ha. Now I can do to you what I've been wanting to, and they'll just scratch your eyes. Like those things could peck your eyes out,
Into my hands.
Mm-hmm.
and you just helped them do it. Did any kids die?
No kids died. No kids were lost. I mean, no.
Just
It's a good
wondering.
thing.
Successful
You're like they
outing.
put the chicken on their head.
Trying not to get fired.
I had a bad day. Why? A kid died when I was trying to do my job.
Some kid put a bird on his shoulder and then said, "Oh, Mr. Shane, take a picture of this." So I took the picture, right? Then I said, "What am I supposed to do with this picture?" Like, I took it. I can't give it to you because you don't have a phone.
It's just like,
Yeah, I
you're
just
like,
have
I
this
guess I
picture of
gotta,
this
just gotta
kid
go
with the
print it
bird
out or
on
something.
my phone. Yeah.
Hey, what do you?
Print it out.
the whole idea of like printing out photos and stuff these days. Everyone takes photos just for Instagram or like Facebook or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
printed out photos for my friend's birthday present back in January, and it was the most longest process ever.
You know where those photos probably are right now, Shane?
They better be on his wall because I put them in a little collage, little thingamajiggy, so he can hang it on
'cause
his
they're
wall. So if it's not on his
in
wall,
the trash
They're
then
probably like on like a table, just like sitting there for months.
or crumpled. They're probably
no,
crumpled up.
they were. I put them inside of one of those photo frame collage looking things. So if they have somehow got out of that and they're on the floor somewhere, well, friendship is over. So
Like, you see where that photo is? That's where our friendship is too. Wrecked. So Shane, why don't we jump into some of this, because you were talking about your play, which I know that is going to be
My
a
musical.
plug. Oh, is that not considered a play?
I'm just trying to stress the fact that it's a musical and not a play because we've just never done a musical before.
Okay.
So
it'd be like me saying like, "Oh, dude, you got like
But-
a."
it's more so a play with music, I guess, but whatever.
That's what a musical is.
Technical, yeah. No.
No?
Those
Why
are
in the
two
world are
different-
these definitions?
two different things. But yeah.
Musical is a play with mostly singing, isn't it?
No, a musical
What?
revolves.
Pretty sure
No,
that's
because
right.
you can have a play with music where like they can play music and you can sing songs, but a musical is like the whole 9 yards where you have like dancing and backup dancers and all the jazz and stuff. We don't
More
have backup
choreography.
dancers. We need backup dancers. Yeah.
Like if I had backup dancers, I probably wouldn't be texting because it'd be so boring. Right?
Yeah, they probably all mess up.
Okay, so backup. So okay, it is a musical.
Yes.
And you were talking about this for a while, and now it's finally started. And since you're still doing rehearsals, I'm still kind of trying to figure out the timeline. I thought you did. Are you doing multiple shows and
Yes,
just rehearsing
yeah.
in between
So-
the shows?
Yes. So what it is that we do it at all 3 camps.
Because it's not like a
And-
film, it's not like a film where I go, oh, I'm premiering my film,
Yeah,
and then
and then
we're
that's kind of
filming
it.
tomorrow. Like it's like, what? How does that work?
Yeah, so it's 3 different camps. We did the first camp last week, and then we have 2 more camps this summer. And sometimes our cast, like we have new people in certain roles this time around, so we just rehearse with the new people. But also, I just want to rehearse to make this just improve upon what we have now, which is not something we've normally done in the
Right.
past. But I'm trying to take things to a new level this time.
So let's talk about the first performance. Like if you're
Yes.
practicing, did it go well? Is it practice? Do you need the practice, or do you just want the practice?
I believe practice is always needed in anything that you do. I thought the performance, though, the one on Friday night, went over very well with very minimal mistakes. And it was actually the first and only time that the lead character got his part right on the last song of the show. Like, came in on time and everything. I said, thank the Lord. But yeah, it went really well. I thought, I'll plug it later, but there's
Don't
a video.
spoil it, because I still have to watch the
I won't,
play.
I won't spoil anything, I guess. But yeah, it went really well. But I do think that there's stuff that we could definitely improve upon. Like, I just want things to be really tight, because like a musical, if things are out of sync or someone's off beat with something, or like, your harmony's not right, or just whatever, those are the kind of things I want to work on this go around, just like tightening things up to make it better. Because we've talked with the director of the camp about potentially like going on tour. I don't know with necessarily this show in particular, but with like a few different shows, I'm going on tour to like different churches and youth groups and stuff and whatnot.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's like
That'd be
that's
cool.
how you become a serious
Yeah.
whatever
he's
you
the-
are. Director.
Yeah, and but he's like, it's totally
Serious,
like a paying thing, and I was like, I'm totally in. I'll do everything. You can have my life. Like,
I'll quit my job. I'll leave my family. I'll sell
I'm like,
everything
you
I own.
said a full-time job to do what I like doing. Sure,
That's
sign me
awesome.
up.
Now you're
So-
the director, right? What's your role exactly? Directing and writing? Choreography?
Yes. Co-wrote, co-directed, choreographed, and I was in it the first time. I'm not in it this time, thankfully, and yeah, and
Because
then
I'm trying to
the whole 9
find a
yards.
way to kind of pull our audience into the scene a little bit, and what I'm curious about. So you haven't watched the play, or like the first time you did it, you were in the play. You said so. You weren't like sitting in the audience wringing your
No.
hands like, oh man. Because
No,
I'm
I
trying to
remember
imagine, like,
doing
are
that
you a
la-
nervous director, Shane? Or are you more?
Oh no, I remember doing that last year. Last year was the first time I had wrote or co-wrote the play, and I wasn't in it. Normally, I would just kind of write my part and then just write around whatever was already there. But I wrote the play last time, and that was the first time I invited people out to the camp. So like my friends were there and family and stuff, and so that I was nervous. I was like just sitting there like waiting, looking at every mistake that was happening.
Sweating.
I would go backstage,
sweating the whole time. Like
yeah, between scenes, I would go backstage and be like, look, blah 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 blah. You're not messing this up for me. I have people out here watching. Yeah,
Oh,
get
man.
it together. Like,
see, this is why I don't know that I could do plays, because like a movie is stressful enough, and the movie's done. It's not like the movie's gonna, it's not like the actors on the movie are gonna just do it wrong.
You could edit out the
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to imagine,
the-
like, I would lose my mind if I was directing a play.
Oh yeah, I probably would. The joys of live theater. But it's also at the same time, you don't, because once it kind of is happening, there's not really much you can do. So it's kind of the same thing. But it's like the same thing with a film, probably, if you're thinking like, oh man, I noticed that, like, edit, or I noticed that whatever or something. It's kind of the same thing, but just more in your face. And
Do you?
Other people
I know that
see
you have had experience with film. You've watched a lot of movies, and I know you've had like an interest in it. And you've done vlogs, you've done your plays, you've done a podcast. And what I'm curious about is how they compare, because I've never directed a play, and I'm horrified at the idea of it. I just feel like it'd be really scary and unnerving, just like trying to get my actors like the night of the play, I would just be sweating bullets. I would be miserable. I would not enjoy it, I don't think. And I'm wondering, as the co-director, what the process was like. I mean, do you have a nervous point? Do you have a calm point? Take us through the night, the first performance.
the night? Okay, so...
And you don't have to go
thankfully-
into too much details, but I
Yeah.
want to know what you felt going into this whole production.
I was a little uneasy the Friday morning after we did because what happens during the camp is we do one part of the show every day in the morning of camp, and then Friday we do it for like everyone's family comes out, and then we kind of do the whole thing all together. So it's different from doing one part a day. And I was uneasy because I wasn't going to be able to practice or rehearse before the show Friday night because I had to go to work. But I don't know, however it happened, I actually didn't have to end up working that day, even though I went to work for an hour. And then they told me, Shane, why are you here? You're not on the schedule. And I said, but I was on the schedule 2 days ago when I checked and looked. So how come nobody told me? But neither here nor there. And so I did get to go back.
You start getting amped up, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm not frustrated,
normally I would have been mad, but I was like, I actually have something to do, so I'm not mad. So I got to go back, and I did get to rehearse because, Friday morning, the last song, I was just, this is so bad. I said, this sucked. We need to practice. We need to rehearse. This is terrible. We cannot do this tonight. And so then we go through the whole thing, and we iron out some kinks and stuff, and then I'm feeling better about it, except that the lead character guy, lead actor, could just, for whatever reason, not get his part in the last song. And it's like very vital to the whole show. And so we keep making him practice it like 1,000 times backstage. And he's like, are you serious? I said, yes, because you're not going to mess this up. And I'm thinking for myself, but I'm thinking for everyone.
This is about me?
Yes. Like,
This is my night.
Exactly. Like, you're not going to make me look bad, but... and
This is not about you!
Yeah, he was frustrating in general because, like, a week before, he didn't know the words or, like, to, like, his solo song, and it was just... I said, kid, if I could fire you right now, I would fire you. But
like,
unfortunately, I can't. So I need you to
should,
get
like,
it
give him
together.
money and then take it away, like you're fired.
Yeah. So thankfully, though, he got that together like the week of, and it went really well. But
were you nervous for your performance at all, or was that just like,
like
who cares?
for me performing? The
Yeah.
only part I was nervous about is there's one song where I have like this part in, and it's not that the song is too low. It's that the part was too low for me to project properly while dancing because the person I was singing with just didn't feel like singing in an audible fashion so you could hear them. And
Shane,
the people...
You don't know. I mean, I don't think they'll listen to this podcast. We're like calling people
They
out very
won't.
specifically.
They won't, but these are just things that like that I get frustrated with.
This guy with this haircut, with
No,
this
like-
part,
He knows who he
hate
is.
that guy.
Just sing. Like, I don't know how many times we had to tell this guy, just sing. He's like,
You're there
oh,
to
but I
sing."
can't. He's like, I can't sing. I said, we would not have cast you if we thought you couldn't sing. So
You're
just
like,
sing the
"Learn!"
song, dude. Like, and then the only thing that made me nervous about it was that it's a verse in the song, and the girls sing the first verse, and the girls are pretty loud. So I'm thinking, okay, so I have to match their volume and sing for two people because this guy just doesn't want to sing where he can be heard. So it's the combination of all those things made me nervous. And because if it was like in a slightly higher key, it wouldn't have been a problem. But I wasn't trying to change things on people at the last
So
second.
the only thing that you were nervous about in regards to you was because of someone else. Like it was their fault.
Yes,
like a
kind
part of the-
I mean,
your
I'm not trying to blame
performance-
them.
Okay.
I'm not trying to blame them or anything, but
they're
everything
shit.
else,
But
yeah,
it's their
everything
fault.
else. I mean, sure, but everything else, I was okay with. I messed up one line, which I recognized it in the moment, and I don't ever do that. Like that's something I not pride myself, but I pat myself on the back on. I'm very good at memorization and like consistency and line delivery.
Right.
And I like messed up, and it was like one of the most important sentence in my line is the part that I forgot. And I was
He's
like, well,
basically being like the main actor, not getting the ending right.
no, that's totally different. Because at least I know how to cover up and I know how to like work around it. I'm not just gonna be like, start singing. Oh no, I messed up.
So-
Oh nope, that's wrong part.
So there's
then try to go back.
a lot of the negative parts you're talking about. But what's the highlight? Was it the clapping at the end, or was there another moment that was like this is it? This
highlight-
is the part that
The highlight with the performance or just the experience? Because
When
I feel
you're,
like there's
like,
two different things.
You have not the performance, but you specifically, because I know as you're watching the play or even in the play that there's gonna be parts where you're nervous, there's gonna be parts where you're happy, there's gonna be parts where you're whatever other emotions, you're crying. I don't know. But like,
Well, okay.
what was the highlight of like, if I could go rewind and feel that, but go back in time and feel that feeling, what part would that be?
Okay, so there's three kind of highlights for me personally. So the first one is the song that as soon as we wrote it, I said this one's gonna be the crowd favorite. On the Friday night, as soon as the song started, like everyone started clapping along, and then no one did that during the week. That only happened on Friday, so I was like shocked from there. I was like, oh wait. People are into it. Oh my gosh, people are enjoying it. That's so great. And so that's also the
You're
song
like,
that I was.
they're not throwing tomatoes. Like, whew,
Yeah, but that
we're
was
okay.
also the song that I was nervous about singing. So it's like, great, people like it. Now, great, now I can't mess up because people are enjoying it. And so that all was going through my head as I was trying to remember
it's kind
the
of a
words.
funny thought too, because it's like, it's not, oh, I might mess this up and then ruin the performance might be bad. It's like everything's going great. Now I can't ruin it. You know, it's like a
Yeah,
different
exactly.
perspective.
As soon as people started clapping, I was like, oh, here we go. And that's got to be all high energy and like, got to be the best it's ever been. But it went well. So that was a highlight. And then the second highlight was so my friend and I, we both we co-wrote the whole thing and like the songs and the script and everything. But the song that the lead character sings, like I wrote like 90% of that song, and then my friend just like we helped modify it or whatever. And so when everyone, at least during the week, like when I would ask some of the kids, oh, what's your favorite song so far on the show? And everyone said that song. And I was like, great, cool. I wrote that song. So I'm happy about that. And then the third highlight was the fact that just because I've always written songs before, but I've never like shown or really played them for many people. So it was the fact that I've gone back and listened to like my little voice notes of me coming up with the ideas for these songs, and then realizing that it translated to a stage production that people enjoyed, and that a lot of people have been singing the songs afterwards, is like the biggest highlight.
That's pretty awesome
to me.
I can imagine that, like, just having someone that into it, because even songs that I like, I won't always sing along with, or clap or move with, and so if you're able to write a song that brings out that sort of emotion, I can imagine that being. Now, just in summary, because I do have some other topics we need to get into, and I'm looking forward to actually watching the musical when I get the chance. I haven't had a chance, and
I feel like my editing was pretty on point too in that video.
Yeah, awesome. But anything else that you want to try and cover before? Because I know that Michael had a story that he wanted to, I think, rant about. I think it's a rant story. Rant. Yeah. So, Shane, what would you like to say and to wrap up this little topic?
Yeah. Doing a musical an original musical is hard work, because the musical itself is hard work, and but I'm extremely grateful for the entire experience. It's a dream come true. I always wanted to write and direct my own musical, and I didn't think it would happen, at the age of 24, 25. And so yeah, check on my musical, and I would love thoughts and opinions, obviously, and I cannot wait for the next one.
Oh yeah,
awesome!
I actually watched the first 10 minutes of it already.
Nice.
I'll watch more of it later. So yeah,
I've watched it like a million times.
That's the thing about, like, anytime you make a movie, or especially movies. Really movies. When you make a movie or like a video, it's so hard not to watch it like 100 million times, especially if you put a lot of work into it.
For sure.
Music, like, all the time.
Yep. All right, Michael, I want to hear about what it is that you want to rant about.
This is not necessarily a story.
You didn't give us any hints at all. I have no idea what you're about to talk about.
I wanted to just be fresh. This is just, I don't know. I'm always running into things people do that just annoy the crap out of me. I like people in general. And for me, most of the stuff that annoys me is just like communication things. My biggest pet peeve is like people who suck at communicating.
Yes, preach.
And I don't understand what you mean. Wait, no, sorry, never mind.
I must
sorry,
suck at
sorry.
I got it. But like, so there's this. Like on Facebook, you can like why do people wave on Facebook Messenger?
Just say, hey, what's up?
Like,
first of all,
to get your fucking attention, asshole.
Amen. Dude, come on, John.
So waving on Facebook Messenger, that's the equivalent. That's the internet equivalent of walking up to somebody and just not talking. That's like if I saw you somewhere and I was walked up and just like stood in front of you, and just like
no, it's like hey.
Why don't they just say hey?
Hey.
It's just easy to type,
because no. It's because I know exactly what you're talking about. It's because say like. There are certain people that, I don't want to talk to. And there's people that have messaged me a million times on many different social medias, the same person, and I don't want to talk to them. So if I was that person and I'm talking to my like Shane and I say, hey, and Shane doesn't respond, that's going to make me feel worse than if I just clicked wave and I didn't get a wave back. But if someone waves at me, I'll wave back because it's simple. We don't have to engage in conversation. I can just wave back to you. I don't want to talk to you.
Waves don't work on the internet.
I disagree.
Disagree. Hold up. There's one person that waves at me. There's only one person that waves at me that I know of.
I wave at people.
And he's on this podcast. And it's John. It's just random.
Look, you only get the wave so often.
Oh yeah, poking. I never understood.
Hold on. How did this start? Did this start because John waved at you?
Somebody else waved at me. But
was it a female? Was it a female?
It was not a female. No. Even if it was a female, I wouldn't talk to her. It's like she can't talk. Cause it's just like when people. I think it's
you have fingers. Wait, it's like you have fingers. You can type. You don't have to just wave.
It's just like I talked about it before on the podcast. When someone messages you and they have nothing to talk about, they're just like, "Hey," and you're like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And they're like, "Nothing." And I'm like, "Okay, why'd you message me?" And they don't bring up a conversation. Like when you talk to somebody, you have taken the responsibility upon yourself to say something.
With great power.
You can only wave so often. Like they only let you wave if you haven't talked to them in a while. So it's like you gotta use it.
Why don't you?
Otherwise, you're wasting an opportunity to hit that button.
Just be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
No, I want to hit the button, Mike.
Well,
he's like, it's a feature. I
Like, you
want
can
to.
wave
I
and
want to
say hi.
use the
They'll
feature.
just, like-
Someone programmed that.
It's the thing about
Michael,
messaging, though.
someone spent a lot of time working on that.
So that
We
someone
want
wasted
to.
their
We
time.
want to appreciate
it's a feature
their
I want
work.
to
some.
use.
Someone wasted the time. They got paid for it, so they're fine. But
Oh,
like,
and fuck the people that don't wave back.
I don't wave back.
Do I wave
Yeah,
back at
fuck
you? Or
you.
no?
Fuck
I don't
you,
think
Michael.
I do. Do I wave at you, John?
No, you say no. I wave to
At least,
I wave to you.
at
Luke,
least
and
he
you go,
responds.
No.
I sent John back an emoji that's like puking on the ground. So I
You guys are dicks.
No, I accidentally sent an emoji of like the guy with the sunglasses on to one of my friends, and then he responded back, "Oh yeah, something about la la la, what's good or whatever." And I must have done that in my sleep because I don't remember doing that, so I just didn't respond back.
that's
Maybe,
bad, though.
maybe John or Michael. Maybe you just have a lot
I didn't
of
know what to
friends that
say
are
because I had
sleeping.
no interest in talking to him.
Like they
Say
just
what?
sleep. Maybe you have a bunch of friends that just sleep text.
Maybe they're all sleep texting me. But
And
then they
so
can
like
still,
you're
up in the morning and go,
developing
"Hey,
this
man."
anger. Well, except for John. John's the only one who does it for real.
No, dude, it's because it's all right. So the thing about messaging, it's personal, and in the fact that like you're not just at the store and you see somebody that you kind of know and you wave at them. This is like messaging is like you're going to them. Like it'd be like if I walked up to you, like say I went to your house, Luke, and you open the door and I just wave. I don't say anything, or I call you on the phone and I just say, "Hey."
It's not like that at
That's
all.
not the
It's
same
like
thing.
that.
No, it's not.
Hold on,
Yes, it
hold
is.
on, hold on,
Not
hold
even
on, hold on.
close
If
to
you
the
say
same
something,
thing.
but a wave is even less. Like it's already impersonal messaging somebody.
What's it, John? Why is it not like that?
Because okay, your messenger is basically text messages or emails. You
Right.
shoot it out and then you walk away
Yeah.
and you wait for the response. You don't walk up to somebody, wave at them, and then walk away and then wait for their response.
I'll tell you something. I'll give you another
you
example, though,
could.
Michael. Here's the other thing. When I talk to somebody, I don't see little 3 dots floating, like as they're typing.
You don't?
You know, it's
When they're
different. You know, it's like
formulating a response.
You don't see the thought
format.
bubbles?
The format
life.
for texting is very different from conversation just in general. So why can't
Yeah.
this be one more thing?
It's like I don't know.
Tell you what. Actually, I'll tell you what.
makes it
John,
nothing.
what is the etiquette? Okay, you wave at me. What's next? I wave back, right?
You either
What's-
wave back or you say, "Hey."
Okay, so what? So I wave back. Now what?
That's it.
Then I start my conversation if I have
Or
one.
Why
or
is
you
this a
don't.
conversation?
So you
Or
ask
I
me a
don't. I don't have
question.
to.
You don't have to get my
Some-
attention on
No,
Messenger.
Sometimes
though.
I just want to see how
Listen.
you're doing.
What?
Yeah, then
Sometimes
ask him. You can just say, "Hey, Luke, how's,
Sometimes-
how
No,
are
it's
you
a
doing?"
it's like
Hold on,
poop.
hold on. Shane, what's up?
sometimes you just want to acknowledge that you notice that someone exists, so you wave to them. And they wave back. You have that mutual understanding, like, I see you, I know you're here, whatever. And then you keep it moving. You don't have to have a conversation.
But John said
if
that
I
he
want to have a
but John-
conversation
but
with you,
John
I'm
said
not
he
going to
would-
message you on Facebook Messenger.
John
That's
said
just
he
the
would.
truth.
He would. That's when he would ask his question. After
If
the
I had
wave.
one. If
If he had
So if
one.
you don't have a question,
don't,
what's the
then
next
that's fine.
process of the transaction?
Sometimes you just want to
Then there-
say hi, and that's it.
Yeah, then say hi.
So
That-
so
this
I
is-
No,
so hold
because
on,
that
hold on,
leads
hold
to a
on,
conversation.
Hold up. So John waves at me and I wave back. Just ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. He can also say, "Hey, what's up?" And he can say, "Hey," and then it can end too. You don't have. That's the great thing about texting.
No,
you can
because
just, like,
that's
not
more
answer.
awkward than just waving.
No.
If I say hey and you say
That
hey,
is way
what's
more
up?
awkward.
That is implying to me, okay, we are engaging in
You
conversation.
can also say, "Hey, man, just want to like see how you're doing. Bye." Or it's, like you can just say what you
That's
mean instead of saying
terrible.
the wave. No, it's
No.
not. The wave. I
Hey
feel
man,
hurt
just
when
wanted to
someone
see how
waves
you
at
were
me on
doing.
Facebook.
Bye.
It's like you made no effort.
The wave is
like
just
if you wave at someone, no one makes any effort. It's like you pushed one button. You didn't even like even pushing OK is 3 buttons. Wave is 1 button. That's the least amount of effort you
I'll
can
take a
possibly-
wave over
That is
okay any
actually
day.
no.
Hurts
That
my
is the
feelings.
least amount of effort you can possibly make.
It is.
But it's
I
the
see-
most visual gratification short of sending a dick pic.
I don't like that you said gratification.
Never mind, I wouldn't. But I just feel like the wave is just like it's such a nothing. It just feels like I'd rather you just not message me at all than to like waste the time we have together on nothing.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel like my interactions with you is a waste of your time, Mike.
I'm sorry that your interactions with me are a
You
waste
know
of
what?
time.
You know what you should do? You should report to Facebook. I think the wave is a useless addition
Should.
and it's extremely toxic and it promotes unhealthy conversation.
I'm gonna report
So
it
they can remove it.
because as offensive. Can I
Blocked.
Or do that. And let me know how far you get.
The most amazing thing would be like he sends the wave and then you just send back the flick off emoji at him. Slamming.
Zuckerberg is roasting me in the comments. What a problem.
I don't know. I've had a couple people. Wait, are you actually doing it?
Yep. Such a problem.
John loses his Facebook. Why did John lose his Facebook? Because he uses the stupid feature that I didn't like him to use. Unfriended, blocked.
Product messages or chat.
I love that I just said no. I forgot that I said that.
You did that often. You're just
I
like,
don't-
no.
Oh yeah, because I refused to wave back. I think I was doing it under protest.
It's
Like, I won't do it.
asshole.
Now I'm interested in seeing as I'm like scrolling through my texts with John. I do the sarcastic smiley face with John a lot.
So
Yeah,
I
you
said,
do.
I hate the wave function. It hurts my feelings that my friends don't really want to talk to me. Wait, I should add in the messenger app.
Sorry that I'm just thinking about you,
You
dick.
should-
No, you're not thinking about it. You get the
Thinking about
notification,
you.
you click the button.
yeah, you're not thinking about me at all. You're just waving.
Facebook remind you. That's what I believe.
Yeah, you don't care. It's like a birthday. No one actually knows your birthday.
I don't expect
That
you. If
is
people
so
expect
true.
me, if people
Some
expect
of-
me to remember their birth date, it's not happening.
Like, half of my quote-unquote best friends did not wish me happy birthday. So y'all are fake as fuck, and I don't ever want to see you
I
again.
guess you did though.
We did. That's
I
true.
think I did.
Yep.
Yeah, you
we all
did.
did.
I might have been late though.
Because we're
No.
true friends.
You said happy birthday on the day.
When I have a real friend, like I never like search on my
Friendship!
Facebook, I text them or call them or something. I had a
True
friend who got
friends
mad at me
wave
because
back.
It depends.
Like, you better remember my birthday. It's like so close to yours. I'm like, I want to remember your birthday and I will try, but I probably won't.
How do you guys feel about when you're texting someone and they phone call you?
I hate that.
Well, it depends on if it's something that makes sense to call me about. Like if they're like, oh, this is really complicated, I'll just call you. Then they call me.
It's extremely inconvenient, but depending on who it is, I will talk to them.
No one ever just calls me like without texting me like, hey, I'm going to call you. This is too much to text. That's okay.
There's a little it's a little inconsiderate because you trick them, like you get them, because if they're texting you, then they're on their phone. So if you call them,
And they don't answer.
then you know, like you didn't just miss that call. You had to not answer that.
It's true.
So it's a
Yeah,
little
I get
sneaky,
Good plan.
just a little bit.
I
But
said
there's
really-
like so people. Well, if people just called you versus you're in the middle of a text conversation and they just randomly call you, or you're in the
John's
middle of a text conversation and you're in the middle of a conversation and then they ask if they can call, which is the worst.
If they just call or if they ask.
So like they just call you, you're in the middle of a texting conversation, they call you, or you're in the middle of a texting
Are you
conversation
texting them?
and they ask, yeah,
Okay.
and then they ask like, hey, can I call? Because now you gotta answer them.
I think asking, being asked is worse because then you have to have that feeling of guilt. Like, I don't really want to talk on the phone with you, but you're asking, so I should probably say yes.
I just
Damn
said,
it.
"Nah,
Okay,
I
so
can't
here's
do
what
that."
happened. John called me. Thanks, John. I didn't answer it,
called me
but
too.
then I got a Facebook notification that said, in brackets, null called you. And I don't know why. And I went to screenshot it, and as soon as I went to screenshot it, it went away. So I don't know who Null is, but he's listening. It's, what if Null was Craig?
What if Noel's Craig's cousin?
Dun dun dun.
That might have been Craig calling me.
Might have
Stop
been
calling me, John.
Craig Noel.
I won't
Just
answer.
showing you that I'm thinking about you guys.
Wave! I don't like this. I don't appreciate this. You're off the podcast.
Aw.
So, Michael, waving is just a thing you're not a fan of.
Not on Facebook.
Yeah,
Stupid.
sorry. Is that it? Is that the only thing?
It's the only thing.
Remind me to
that's the only thing that I
unfriend
hate.
Mike.
And you were reminded of that because someone specific waved at you that was not
Someone waved
John.
at me and I hated it.
Did you say anything back to him?
I haven't even opened the message. I don't want them to. I don't want them to know that I know they waved at me.
It's like
Not
if
that,
somebody in real life waved at
It's
you
such
and
a
someone no,
ass.
it's like if someone in real life waved at you and you were like and like dove behind your desk so that they'd like, I don't want them to see that I saw.
I try not to encourage dumb behavior like that. I'm not gonna like give them a social reward for the stupid thing that they're doing.
It's like giving them candy. Like
Yeah,
if they
like,
do it, it's
if
like, here
someone
you
says
go.
something that's not very funny, and you know they tell a lot of unfunny jokes, like usually I'll like fake a laugh, but if they tell unfunny jokes too much, I'll stop laughing. That way they realize that, oh, this joke isn't funny.
You just
Stop
look at
showing
them.
it.
Like,
No, just don't
mean-
don't give them inconsistent rewards for their actions.
just frown. Slap them. And make a bad joke and just pimp slap them.
What? Does it have to be that intense? But yeah. this is
So
all-
how do you guys feel? We're gonna move on. How do you guys feel about paying for meals, tabs, IOUs, money, rules? That's what I have written down.
What?
I don't like to
in
spend
what
money.
context?
Yeah, what? I don't understand the
In
question.
general?
So you're hanging out with a friend
Mm-hmm.
and they wave at you. Just kidding.
Stand
And
there and wave.
I don't know.
done
You're
that.
going out to eat. Do you pay for their meal ever? What's the rules to pay for someone's meal?
Oh, like with a friend? Like
This
just
is just like
friends?
me vibing a little, guys. We're going with the flow.
I got
okay?
you. I have
pretty cool.
thoughts on this.
Are
I
we
have thoughts on
just friends or are we like friends?
Well, he would never wave at you, so you're pretty good friends.
Okay, for me, if I'm asking you, I do this with my friends all the time. If I say, "Hey, do you like want to go to a movie, or do you want to go see this movie, or do you want to go to this place?" and they say, "Oh, no, I don't have like any money or whatever," I say, "That's not what I asked you. I asked you, do you want to go to this place or do this thing?" And they say
Grab him by
yes.
the collar. I said.
Yeah, so I don't mind paying for people. If it's something I want to do with someone, I don't mind paying for them. Now, if this is a mute, like we both, if you ask me to do something, or like this is a thing that we've planned on doing together, like already pre-planned, then no, I'm probably not going to pay for you, because don't set something up that you can't pay for. But if I'm asking you to do
Tricked!
this thing with me, it's
That's
because I
really
want to
funny.
do it with
it's like,
you.
Hey, Shane, do you want to go see this movie? And it's like, heck yeah, we go. And I'm like, yeah, Shane, I can't afford this, but we're here, so.
And it's like, really? Like,
I know what you said about paying for the people.
and it also depends. It also depends on like if we're close, like I don't mind. But if I don't really know you that well, like,
Would you
it
pay for me,
depends.
Shane?
sure, depends on what we're doing.
I thought you were going to say no.
I mean, I would pay for
My
you.
strategy is pretty close to Shane's. I think in general, if my friends and I plan to go like eat somewhere, usually everyone pays for themselves. But sometimes like I'll just be like nice and pay for them, or they'll pay for me. Or like oh man, I'm short on cash, I can't go. Whoever the other person is usually is like, oh yeah, I got you this time, bro.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
Okay,
like
so
I help
so
you this
oh,
time, you help me some other time. It's no big deal.
So you pay for someone, and they're racked up $30, and you say, "Dude, you should pay for my meal next time, or pay me back my 30 smackaroos." And they say, "Dude, just to jump in," and they won't do it. Okay,
I don't.
What,
I don't
what
ever
now?
pay that much early.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that too. But I don't believe in asking or telling someone to pay you back. I believe that if you have a good conscience and you're a good person, that you will, in some regard, like pay me back or do something for me. But I'm not necessarily looking for it. But if it's something that happens continuously, I'm not keeping tabs, but I'm just keeping mental note of, nah, screw you, so I can finally have that moment when it gets to like
Not
too
keeping
many
tabs, I'm
times.
just like mentally like screw you. You don't
Yeah,
pay
no,
me.
Okay.
I'm not keeping tabs like, oh, you owe me $30 for this,
Yeah.
or like $5 for this.
You're like,
It's
you're
just like
50 cents in debt,
it's
buddy.
just like I'm always paying for you for things, and you've yet to even do something for me back. Like,
Yeah, then I just stop hanging out with them.
Okay, so
yeah, exactly.
I know
Context.
which of us is the most money driven.
Ooh.
And it's the same person who waves. So that tells you something about him. No, but John, how do you feel about this stuff?
It depends on the mood.
Side note: every time I've had pizza with John, he's offered to pay for it. He's a good man.
John is good about like, I owe you money. Let me give you money.
Yeah, he's
Generally,
like-
I don't like to owe people
yeah, he
money.
doesn't want to owe people. Yeah,
What a scholar.
But me
Scholar.
paying for someone else, like it really just depends on like how I'm feeling at the moment and what's happening. Like if we're all out having a good time, having drinks, and I just, I feel like doing it just because I'm having a good time, then I'll do it. Yeah.
But when somebody owes you money, how do you handle that?
How do I handle it?
Do you chop them up into little pieces and
No,
dump
I've
them
actually
away?
haven't had that issue before where people generally pay me back, fairly quickly. I've bought lunches for people when they forgot their wallets, and then I've had one guy who didn't remember, and I reminded them, and then they bought my lunch back. So, like, I don't let it go on forever,
Yeah, I think.
but I'll give it a couple weeks, and then I'm like, next time if we ever eat out again, I'm like, you owe me a meal.
Buddy.
Just forget your wallet next time.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. But I mean, I don't mind just saying it. It's no big deal.
Sometimes I'm like, I've definitely been like too generous before, where I think sometimes you train people. It's like, oh yeah, if I go with Mike, he'll pay for me. Like, no worries.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of scummy. Like,
I've actually never had it.
is.
Like, I don't do it frequently enough for that sort of situation to show up. Like, I think I bought your brother's dinner when we went out to Raleigh.
ooh,
Mm-mm.
now
called
And,
out.
Terrible.
Not that I feel like they owe me. They don't. It's just
Yes,
they
you do.
drove
It's
out
just
separately.
public record. I paid for your food.
Right.
No, they drove out separately from like the same location, and I just felt kind of bad for that. So I was just like, I'll just
that's cool. That's cool of you.
I'll buy them dinner.
So when you're on a date, though, do you guys always pay?
Oh yeah. Well,
Always.
okay. Here's the thing.
Because I'm starting to reconsider
85 to
that.
90%.
So if
It-
it's the first date, yes, like first few dates, but like after you guys have been dating for a while,
I feel like a first date's a date you shouldn't pay.
Really? Why do you feel that?
I will pay. I pretty much always pay for the first date, but I'm starting to reconsider
Depends
it.
on where you're going.
Starting
Are
to
you just going
reconsider
a
it.
bar?
I don't know.
Like,
What do you
where are
mean? Like
going
if it's
for
more
you?
expensive,
Are you
does
going
it
to a
matter more?
restaurant or no? Like, are you going to like a restaurant or where you sit down, or are you going to like a bar where
So
you're
if we
just
get
having a few
drinks, like you wouldn't be, you'd be all right with just splitting it.
I
But
mean,
if you
yeah.
go-
If I got like on the first date, if I was just going to get drinks, I wouldn't really want to pay. But like if we're going to sit down at a bar, it's a little more, not bar, restaurant. I feel like it's a little more serious, so I would pay.
So you guys are surprised. You're surprised that I would do such
Yeah.
a scummy thing.
well,
is not
no,
paying
because-
for the food.
Well,
you've been going in like a certain direction with your life and your ideals in general. So not
Yeah.
surprised at all. I feel like your life's been leading towards this for a long time. But
what do you do, Luke? But Luke,
He's like-
what do
it's
you
like,
do?
Look, I feel like your
Luke's
life's been
getting
heading in
more
this
pro-
direction.
more and
I've been
more
nervous. I've been
progressive.
worried about you.
He's getting more and
But
more
now-
progressive as he
I have a
long as
question.
he's in Seattle.
I have a question.
Are you kid? Seriously?
Not really.
I have
but
a-
like
I have a
you
question.
changed a little bit. Not in a bad way. You're just like changing.
A question?
Shane, you don't get to ask it. You don't
Alright.
get to ask it.
A question, please.
Well, yes.
So, Luke,
Gotta wait.
so in your progressive ways in 2018, what do you do if you're on the date with this girl and everything's going on great, and like the waiter comes over with like the check, and you're like, "Oh, can we get that split, please?" And she looks at you like dumbfounded.
Here's
What
what I
do you do?
Okay. So I just asked her to split the check, and then the waitress or waiter, because who cares, looks at me with evil eyes.
Disgust.
I go, you know what? How about never mind? And I pick up the check, and I give it to her. Your turn. Slamming.
I think
Right.
if the waitress comes out,
And I go, equality! And then I just dab out.
Equality for all. Feminism. Me
kick her in the
too.
nuts.
Oh boy.
So I think if the waitress walks up and they ask like, "Oh, do you guys want to split this?" I'll kind of like look at the girl and see if like they quickly say, "Oh yeah, we can split it."
Oh,
And,
beta.
Yeah. If they hesitate,
Beta.
then I'll take it. Well, this is the thing though. Girls are like more
Sorry.
independent these days. Girls
No,
are
I'm
more
just saying, like, girls might. I feel like girls didn't like that because you looked at them to make the decision.
well, let them
Yeah.
see what she wants, what she expects. Because like, here's the thing: like, if she wanted to pay for herself, I'll gladly let her pay.
You
for
want her to let her pay for herself.
Yeah, if she wants to, sure. It's not so much like saying like, "Can I do this?" Like, I want to like, what she wants to do. Like, oh, if she wants to pay for herself, that's fine. I don't care at all. Actually,
Yeah,
like,
some girls want to feel independent.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel like
I feel that. That's fine. But then like if I see that if they don't like
it saves me money, so hey.
start to pay, I'll pay. And I usually am prepared to pay anyway. But I'll adapt if they see.
So you guys are shocked.
I'll adapt.
Like
not
what
shocked.
in the world? Now here's.
I don't
Do you
really
know
care.
why? Have I
No,
told
I'm
you
not
guys
shocked.
why?
I don't know.
Why aren't you shocked?
Because it's not
You
that big a
should
deal.
be shocked. Okay. Okay. So
You're
the
liberal.
reason I've been thinking about it is because I guess I think
You're
I
a
have too many.
misogynist.
I'm a misogynist, so I
Got
have a
him.
split the bill.
Yep. You make that pay for the food.
Got him. No, I'm saying that like I think I have too many friends that are girls, so I hear too many of the negative stories about girls. Because both guys and girls do awful things. They both do. Both sexes do
People
terrible things.
suck.
But
Everyone
when I hear like girls talking about like tricking guys into paying for their meal so they get free food, or like going up and flirting with guys to get free drinks and then dumping them, like that kind of thing, I've heard that so many times that my pride is being like, all right, I don't want to be scammed out of my. And so it's kind of like the girls that are being scummy, it's their fault. You know, so like I would probably even say that too. I don't know if I don't know. I can't decide, but like I feel like I would tell the girl like, look, I would love like, I don't know. I feel like there's no good way around it, but they're like the girls that are doing this are ruining it for everybody because I don't want to be the chump who got scammed out of his money because he's trying to be the good guy, and then they just take advantage of that.
I've never. Gone
So
on
that's
date
a
with
weird
girl that-
situation for me.
I've never gone on a date with a girl though that I didn't already know, kind of. So I already kind of knew they were like trying to hang out with me, not just trying to get some free food.
Yeah, but what if you don't have that option? That's the hard part. Because
Well,
I mean, I
also
went on a
wasn't
date
really
with a
aware that was
girl.
a thing.
I went
thought it
on a
was
date
like a
with a
joke.
girl like a couple weeks ago, and like I paid, but I knew her before the date. But that's
Yeah.
sometimes not as easy to do these days.
To do
Thoughts
these
on my
days.
philosophy, my
So that-
progressive
that's-
philosophy.
If you're in a place where people are generally trying to like scam, get dudes out of money, I see what you're saying there. I probably would be thinking the same thing. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to imagine a situation where I would try to scam a girl out of her money to get something for free.
I mean, that's
That doesn't make you worse than her.
I don't really feel.
Wait,
guys
what?
Do it.
Like
do that
if
that
a
much.
guy did that to a girl, I don't know why I just feel this way. I think like if say guy not you Luke, but say like what's his name? Chad? Who's the douchebag from our conversation?
Yeah, Chad.
Chad like was like trying to hang out with this girl just to get some free food, and he's like, oh, I've got my wallet, and that was his whole plan the whole time, or whatever. That'd be kind of scummy. But I don't.
Michael's a feminist.
I'm a feminist. Yep. Women
Wait,
should
so
not pay for
wait,
their
why
food because they're not.
is
equal.
it equal or is one worse? What are you
I
saying?
feel like it's worse if the dudes scamming them out of their money.
But
Why?
why?
Because I think that men have like a higher responsibility in the world.
Feminism.
What?
Well, first of all, you misogynist son of a bitch. I
You're
can't
a
believe you said that.
misogynist pig, Mike.
Yeah, I'm a misogynist. I think it should be held than other people.
That's sexist.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
How
not-
dare
I
you?
guess it is
Incredible.
You
sexist.
should take the
sexist.
woman's money and not feel bad about it
I
because
should.
it's equality.
Yeah, she's getting
quality.
equal pay now, so
I want to. That's true. A lot of girls make more money than me sometimes. I'm like, what? You should pay. me.
John, you were about
that's true.
to say something.
It should be whoever makes more money should pay.
All right, when's your last paycheck? All right, you're paying.
It really. Tax return. Let me see your tax return before like the waiter comes up. Hold up. I have this on file.
What if that was an app? You could like
before
look
the date. Before the
Income.
date, I'm like, you better bring your tax return.
I have a friend who's kind of like that. He was telling me, I hope he was listening to this podcast. I love you, by the way, if you're listening. I'm not gonna say that. But he was talking about he went to eat with his girl, and he's in school, so he's not working that much, and she's done with school and working full time, and she's kind of bad with money and stuff, I guess, because he's always paying for her, and she'll order you know how he was frustrated because you know when you go somewhere like Wendy's, for example, I don't know where they went, but like you can get like 5 things for like $6 off the value menu. Whatever she got
Yeah.
was like $11 for just like a burger and fries.
What the heck?
He's like, she makes more than me. She should pay for this if she wants to order.
She
like,
should.
Stupid, like combo options stuff. But he's kind of the kind of person who kind of keeps track of stuff like that. Like, oh, like I paid this much this time. They should pay me this time.
No, I
Whatever.
can't
It's
do
like,
that. It's
I'm
too
not
much.
paying to fatten you up. Get less food.
I mean,
How much? A lot of food. What could you get at Wendy's that would be $11?
I have no idea.
Take a large
trust
fry,
me.
a
I
large
think it was
soda,
Wendy's.
and a large burgers.
I don't think it was
You can get
Wendy's.
like
It was
a
probably like
large
$5
baconator or
something like
something. A large double baconator or whatever that thing is called.
that. You can, either way, it was one of those things where like. it could've
All right,
got,
well,
like,
she
4
better
burgers.
had been like 7 feet tall, because that's a
You have to
lot
eat all
of
that
food.
food.
Or fat.
I think she's pretty short. But like, yeah, I think.
Speaking of fat, sorry, I saw a pregnant goat.
Speaking of
pregnant-
fat,
pregnant goat?
I meant to say this to my coworkers, but I forgot. So I have to tell someone before I
All right,
forget.
tell us.
There was a pregnant goat at the petting zoo
Just 'cause she
today,
didn't pay
and when
for it,
I
doesn't
tell
mean she call
no,
first
And
of
when
all,
I-
women are not goats. You son of a.
I know I said fat, and it just made me think of this goat had like the like. I'm not into bestiality or anything, but this
Where is this
goat-
going?
this goat
old
just had like
titties.
curves of like a goddess. This goat had goddess curves. Because it was
What?
pregnant. I wish I took a picture. I should have took a picture.
Just want to
Like-
fuck that goat.
You're like, well, I love women and all, but
Yeah, like saying
if I did love goats, I'd be going for that one.
That's one sexy goat.
someone's kid at the petting zoo said, "Oh look, mom, this one's a girl because it's pregnant." And then the mom said, "Oh yeah, something about a mother carrying." I said, "No, that goat is thick with 2 C's." And that is it.
Oh man.
That's some juicy
Thick
button
goat.
right there.
But anyways, that was my little side note.
Is that what you think about when you go out with girls that make you pay for a lot of food?
Well, I've never gone out with a fat girl before, so I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, wait, no. That's not sexist.
I'm fattest.
Why she gotta be fat to want to eat $11 meal at Wendy's?
No, she doesn't. She has to be fat to be a pregnant goat.
That's right. If she's gonna be thick,
Oh no, I spent $11 at Wendy's, so
That's a lot. I'm trying to think of a burger's like $7. What are you getting? That's $5 more.
I don't know.
Large
Combo meal
fry,
and a frosty.
a frosty, a large drink,
She
another
went- she got was just
frosty.
a combo, so she just got like
yeah, the
burger,
combo,
fries, and a drink for $11.
It had to be large.
a large.
You probably was like the new burger, whatever, the new special burger, wherever they went. I don't know if it was.
But you know, so you know how like there's old fashioned ways of doing things, and like I tend to like doing things the old fashioned way because I'm sophisticated and I
Because
understand.
you are
Misogynist.
progressive.
But because I'm trying my best not to become progressive, right? We talked about this, you know. But like, no, but I mean, there is a time where it's like, well, okay, that used to work in the past, but doesn't really work anymore. So like the guy paying for the meal, like I would say, when it comes down to it, I will pay because I kind of want to. It just feels cool. Like you're like, oh, you know, I'm helping her out. I'm, you know,
Because you're flexing.
providing. You know, as a guy, it's like it feels good to provide. It really does. You know, like people
Yeah.
don't really understand that. They're like, you're trying to keep women pushed down. It's like
Because
what?
they're
No,
liberal
I
and
just like to
progressive.
provide. Like that's it.
That's your
feels good.
role. That is what you were designed to do. Stay
Even
mad.
like here's the thing, and some people would be like, gender roles. You want to push? It's like, God, just stop making this all about you. This is about me. I just like to feel.
I want to
feel
give
good
you
about
the
it.
stuff
But the
me.
problem is, I also have thought about like long term. Yeah, I would pay for the meal because I feel good about when I'm taking care of a girl, right? But I'm just trying to think of like for first dates and like meeting people. There is a certain point where it's like, ugh, I do not want to get scammed by some loser, scummy girl that's making you pay for, like, trying to trick you into paying for drinks. Like that to me is the
Like how-
lowest of the low. Like it really bothers me a lot.
how I bought
It
this
adds up,
girl
man.
concert
It's like,
tickets.
this is how you turn men into psychos. That's the way I feel about it.
I don't
You
know
know?
if it's that deep.
I think you could mess a guy up if like you found out
This
that all
is
these
why
girls were just like
Thanos is trying to destroy half the fucking galaxy.
That's why he did destroy half the galaxy.
Spoilers.
Whoa.
I mean,
It's been out for like
Because
2
Death
months.
is
How
loving.
dare
Spider-Man is my hero.
In the comics,
so glad
Reason why-
Spider-Man
reason
didn't
why-
die or anything, you know.
the
that's
reason why
good.
Thanos like tried to get out the galaxy in the comics was to impress Lady Death. Like in the comics, the Death is a lady. And
Yeah,
he was trying to
that's
impress her.
actually-
Which
that's
is
actually true.
absolutely absurd.
That's what happens.
And she cold shoulders him for it.
The cold
Oh,
shoulder of death.
that's like exactly what I was just talking about. He wiped out half the universe, and she was just using him for that.
She snubs
Kill
him.
the whole universe.
That's
but
like
only half
buying
of
a
it.
girl
Bye, boy.
1,000 drinks, and then she just leaves.
Then she just dies from alcohol poisoning.
It's like buying her half the alcohol in the world. And then she's like, just kidding, goodbye. I hate that.
Kidding.
She's scummy.
Bye.
JK, lol.
It just adds,
Scum of the
the main
earth.
problem for me is it just adds up. Like you go hang out with a girl for like a day, you gotta like you pay for whatever activity you're doing, and then you pay for food. Food's like twice as much as it normally is because it's two of you now. And just like throughout the day, it costs a lot of money.
I mean, so long as the girl is like there's a certain point where it's I've heard people complain about getting a meal like, oh, standard. It's like standard. I've never had anybody, for the most part, take me out and pay for my meal to try to impress me, you know?
I've never had that happen ever.
Yeah, never. So it's just like, it's a little entitled.
What do the
Like,
women do?
oh, you just paid for my
They
meal
like
and
to
took
be
me out on
they
a
like
date
to
and
be
planned it
provided
out for me? What?
They like to be provided for.
Yeah, but
Like,
I like to be
sorry that
provided for.
Same.
I like getting things for free. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it exactly. It's one thing, like, if a guy takes you out on a date and pays for the food, he's not really interesting, he's not very much fun, okay, whatever. End the date and then leave. But don't trick a guy into paying for your food because you're a cheap hoe and you want free food. That's really scummy to
So
me.
here's the thing though. So what if at the end of the date, if they don't like you, then they pay for their own food?
I mean,
I'm
they
okay with
can.
that.
No, the whole
Win-win.
idea is like, don't come up
Yeah,
to me
right.
and flirt.
Win-win. Yeah.
I
I
think
was just thinking about that. Like, what if you get to the end of the date and like that's the way it is? And
No, I know people that would go up to a guy and flirt with him and act all flirty and then be like, you should buy me a drink. He buys her a drink. She takes the drink, chugs it down, and leaves. Like, I
Yeah.
know people personally that will do that.
well, for one thing, I don't hang out at bars. But if a girl came up to me and was like flirting with me, like, hey, you should buy me a drink, I'd be like, what?
It's like, nope.
You turn,
I'm not
you turn back to her,
T-Pain.
you turn
You
back
say
to her
I'm
and
not
flirt the
T-Pain.
same way and go, you should buy me a drink.
First of all, I'd be like, I didn't even buy me a drink. I don't drink. So
I won't buy you a drink. Ooh,
you buy me a drink. I've
Just
never
do
taken
that.
my own alcohol. in my life.
Yep. Just become T-Pain. They'll walk away. Get the auto tune and everything in there. The vocoder.
Just pull out a machine and sing into it, and it auto-tunes you. You're like, no!
And she'd be like, "Wow, you're fucking weird."
Gentlemen, that's just
Ladies,
I just feel like that for me. For me. And my feelings.
for me.
I know what you're saying, but like for me, I feel you. But for me, I just feel like it's like this.
Okay. That's it. That's all I have to say. I don't know if you guys want to talk
feel you.
about anything else or we'll wrap up.
I saw Imagine Dragons live.
Oh yeah, did you love it? Did you
Okay,
cry?
so no.
No.
That's not true.
I just
No.
feel like for
So-
me.
My like, so I had told my mom, like, yeah, I'm seeing Imagine Dragons. You know, I saw them for my 22nd birthday. Now I'm seeing them for my 25th birthday. And she was like, oh, did you enjoy it as much as the first time? I said, well, see, two totally different experiences. The first time I was in New York, I went with like my two best friends. It was my first arena concert. Like, there was a lot going on. This time around, I went by myself. I'm
Some
older.
old man.
Oh, no. Hype. You need your hype.
No,
man.
I was still hyped, but I don't think I can compare the experiences to each other. Yeah. But I did like it. It was mostly the parts that got me hype were like all these kids that I was around were like so hype, like at their first concert or whatever. And then the older drunk guy who was also next to me, he was like the best too. But
Was he like dabbing or something? Like some old guy like, yeah, man.
no, he was just raising his drink continuously and just singing every single lyric.
Where'd you sit?
Oh, I was like on the lawn, like
All right.
up high in the back, so I could leave right afterwards to avoid all the
Nice.
rush. But what I want to say about the concert is that I like that Imagine Dragons is without shame, like Imagine Dragons. Like, their songs sound like Imagine Dragons. They look like Imagine Dragons. their live shows like Imagine Dragons, because the amount of confetti that was at that show, at least 7 songs had bursts of confetti. I said, this is not, we're in the middle of the show. Why is there confetti bursting out of the sky everywhere? The amount of balls that dropped from like the ceiling, I said, wow, we're just all about those anthems. Like,
They're really balls.
Balls dropping.
The amount of balls that dropped in that concert.
Yeah, all the balls that dropped. Yeah.
Like, I was looking over there, balls dropping, and then I look over there, balls dropping, and then I look over there, glitter, balls and glitter everywhere.
Yeah, balls and glitter, exactly. So I appreciate that about them, is that they're like, we know who we are. Like,
finale every song.
Yes, it was. They opened with Radioactive. I'm like, oh, geez, we're already just hype off the very start.
Like, all right, well, now we gotta top that. Good luck. Nice.
Yep.
I've not been to a concert in a long time. I feel like it'd be fun to go again.
No.
You should.
No.
I'm gonna go see.
When was the last concert you went to, John? Nerd. Never.
Steve Miller Band, 2008, 2009.
Yikes!
Holy crap.
Not even this decade.
Wow.
Come
No.
on, John.
I was forgetting
It's
that 2009 was 10
2018.
years ago. 9 years ago?
Wait, that was your last concert too?
No, me? No.
Oh, I was like, what the heck?
Mike's in concerts,
Yeah, I've been
man.
to concerts.
Oh, I mean, those don't count.
Yeah,
I've been to like a lot of like local shows, but I haven't been to anything like a band that I know in a long time. There's Seattle has a pretty big music scene, and so like they'll have like musicians and bands and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta go
playing
see
all the time.
Macklemore.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if you watch his, wait, I forget which one. One of his music videos is filmed like 100 yards from my house.
Oh, really?
Like, you could almost see my house in the music.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like, I can see, if they filmed it right now, I could see it from our balcony where they were filming.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just like, fun fact. And I know where they shot a lot of their music videos too. Like, they shoot them in Seattle usually.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That hometown pride.
That's right. He does say,
Oh,
my posse's been on Broadway, and Broadway is like one of the streets in Seattle that a lot of stuff is going down.
Oh,
That Broadway.
you ruined
Not
that song for me now. Thanks a lot, Luke.
Yep, it's not New York. Sorry.
Thought he was talking about his friends have been on Broadway.
No. My posse's been on Broadway, and that's the one in Seattle. Like some backup singer comes
I
in.
feel like-
He's talking about the one in Seattle. He's not talking about his friends. Just letting Shane know.
I feel like every state has a Broadway street or something.
Yeah, they do. They have like a Main Street and Broadway,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a what is it? Main Street, Broadway. They usually have like a Union something. I don't know. I don't know
piece
how
of
it works.
shit.
Oh, got him. Okay, let's wrap up this episode, you guys. Shane, do you want to plug your musical one more time and anything else?
Oh, sure. So you can check out the podcast that I host called the Pop Talk Podcast. Got a lot of cool things on there. Coming up on a year, actually, this month.
Whoa!
July 22nd, I believe, is the first date we had posted a podcast. So we're coming up on a year soon. I got to plan something cool for that.
Do
I'm
it,
trying to think
Shane.
about that.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're also been doing interviews with local artists. So if you're in the 757 area and you want to come talk about some music of your own or shows, or if you got like a
That's right.
movie
Bands, if you want to be publicized, Pop Talk
Wanna be
Podcast.
totes.
Where can they?
Yeah.
How can they tweet at you, Shane?
Yeah, they can tweet at me at Mr. McCatty, MRMCCATTY. Or you can, the Pop Talk Twitter is at Talkin' Pop. Either one of those, I'll see it.
And it's TALKIN.
Yes, Talkin' without the G, Pop. Or
Is
you
there
can
a
just type in Pop Talk.
space or like
same
an
thing.
underscore or anything?
No, that's the handle. That's the at Talkin' Pop.
Yeah. Okay.
Just one word altogether, lowercase p. So check out that. Also too, we are going to be having. I actually haven't even posted the official video for this. This is probably the first time I'm saying this. We're going to be having auditions, sort of, for a sketch comedy show that we're going to be doing on like the upcoming little video channel. So if you are an actor and you like want to do some sketch comedy, you should totes hit me up as well, because that would be cool. And then I have a musical that is on YouTube at my YouTube channel, Shane McCatty, SHAYNE MCCATTY, or you can YouTube search it. It's called Hutchins Farm, an original musical. That's the name of the video. So check out my musical, tell me what you think. And then if you like it and you're in the area, you can totally come see it when we have future performances coming up this summer. And yeah, I feel like that's all I got. I turned 25.
Yeah,
Woohoo.
man. Michael.
So just follow me on the Instagram, Michael Demas, MYKOLDIMAS. I know I said I'm in some videos done soon, but I'm working on some music projects.
Michael!
First, priorities.
No!
These
No!
are for work, though.
Video
They're gonna be good.
first!
Video. Well, I'm gonna do
Video!
I'm doing video
You're the
as
radio
I'm doing these
star.
projects.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to vlog?
Yeah.
Weren't you and John supposed to vlog?
Well, I vlogged a little bit on the way down to North Carolina, and it's just really exhausting. I don't really want to do it again.
But isn't it funny to watch it later?
kidding.
Like
No, it
is funny to watch it later.
you love your parts in the
Wait.
vlog.
I do
have
love
I
something
know
to
you
say
guys do.
about
No,
that.
so I'm trying
Yes.
to. I'm gonna vlog myself making this music, but this music's gotta come out first. I'm working on some projects for money. So check these out, and then we'll get some videos out. But just follow me.
I
on
can tell you
Instagram.
something that's better than money.
See everything. What's better than money?
Memories.
True.
Memories.
But yeah, that's me.
Madness memory.
I hate that song.
Okay.
That's it.
John.
Yeah, just watch out for my debut on Shane's comedy sketch thing.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh.
The hat hath been thrown into thy ring.
The hat's been thrown. The gauntlet.
Okay. So, what'd you guys think of the podcast vlog? Why don't you tell the audience what you think?
Okay, so I've been wanting to say this. Okay, so glad you brought this up. And I was going to say it in the group chat, but now I'm glad I didn't. So I wanted to say that I think there's only been 2 of them, or has the 3rd one come out yet?
No, I'm still working on it.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to say that I don't know if it's because I know you guys, or if just because the way that the vlog is edited and like the overall hypeness of the narrative that's going along with it, but I have never been more like ready to see like the vlog. I'm like, wait, where's the next one? Where's the next one? So the series itself, I wanted to tell Luke that I think it's working really well in terms of like a viewer being sucked in and interested in like, oh, I want to see what happens next. Oh wait, are they gonna get to North Carolina? Are they gonna meet up with him? Do they abandon him at the airport? Like, what's going on? What do they
I think
talk
that's
about?
really good. I think what's good about it, maybe it's just because I think that I'm hilarious because I tell the jokes that I think are funny. But I think got like a story and like good characters. I don't know. I think these are really good. I really like them. Like Shane said, I don't know if it's because I know us, but I think that like they're really funny. And you
Well,
gotta-
in terms of-
they're hilarious.
the video.
In terms of editing, I know people that don't know any of you, and they've been watching them. And they've been saying that these ones are super good, because I am actually doing them quite a bit different, or very different from how I did other videos, and very much trying to intertwine a funny story between like you guys picking me up, me explaining it, and like trying to make it more engaging. And so far, people have been saying it's working really well.
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
The only suggestion
Awesome.
I would add is just giving me subtitles because even I can't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought the one part I thought Michael said, yeah, we're like waiting to make out with Luke. And I said, wait, it sounds like he said meet up. I think he said meet up, but it sounds like make out. And I'm confused and concerned.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah, we need to give me subtitles. I talk too fast.
Wink, wink. It's okay.
Or
Stop!
he wants
Stop!
everyone to think
John.
that I want to make out with Luke.
That's right. That was the point. First,
I don't want them on
For the
video with
views.
that, though.
Yeah, so good, awesome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. They've been really fun. They're taking a lot of work, but I think that they're really paying off, and everyone really seems to be enjoying them. So if you haven't watched them, just maybe take the advice of multiple people on this podcast.
Yeah, they're good.
And check them out.
You can see
At
what we look like and hear how
Luke Roxwold Vlogs on YouTube.
You can
So,
see
that's my
John's
big plug.
adorable dimple.
Yeah, you can hear John and Michael
My sugar
talk
bowl.
about his dimple. You can listen to Michael and John have very intelligent, interesting conversations in the car. You can watch them talk about apples. You can watch them leave me
We
behind.
actually did have really deep talks before when we weren't filming.
Yeah. And you can listen to how Luke doesn't know what an Uncrustable is.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed
So
in you.
uncultured.
Wait,
I wish I get a
oh,
video
oh
of you not
yeah,
being able to...
yeah. He had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in a bag when you can make one the simplest food in the world to
If
make.
I had gotten peanut butter, jelly, and bread, you would have been even more
Complained
upset right now.
about having
Mike was
to
in there
make
for
them.
15 minutes because he had to go all across the store to get peanut butter, jelly, and bread. That's how you would have said it.
Yep, exactly. And bread.
You guys wouldn't even go with him. I felt rushed. I didn't know what to do. I was all...
That'd be like buying apples in a package. It's like, why are you just buy an apple, like individually wrapped
Okay,
apples? It's
that's-
worse
oh.
than that because it's peanut butter and jelly.
I bought pre-sliced apples
My favorite
before.
line that you said, and I think every vlog ever, was you were like, I'm really glad Michael is here because I get really cool shots, and then Michael can hold up the ketchup.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah,
filming the table, like a really dramatic shot of the beer, like going up. I just like grab ketchup and hold it up behind it. Like that part was hilarious.
Oh man,
I thought it was good.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying.
I'm
it.
really sad we didn't video you failing at using ketchup at the one restaurant though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
later
awesome.
actually.
Oh, is it there?
We're not there yet. Yeah, that's in the future.
Did you
I didn't
record
get a video of it though. No,
Ah,
but I recorded us talking about it.
Yeah, Luke,
Um,
do you have those glass? Can I give
Spoiler.
a spoiler? Here's a preview. It was like you're at a restaurant. There was like a glass like ketchup bottle, the classic ones.
I can
it's
rant
like,
about this.
shake it a little bit, and it just comes right out. Luke couldn't figure it out. He's like, "What is this like ancient technology they have on this table? Like, are they that cheap? They can't get the new nozzles?" He was
Yeah, so everyone's trying to be cool, and they have the ketchup that's just like a glass bottle, and so like you tip it upside down and it doesn't come out. And then I like the plastic cheap ones that you just squeeze, pff, done. And then I'm trying to get it out, and I can't. I still don't know how you're supposed to do it.
you just kind of jostle it out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awkward.
jostle. And it's more awkward
Jostle's not even a word.
not having ketchup.
That's a
Pretty sure
fake
jostle's
word. That's a fake word. Jostle's the verb of getting ketchup out of a hipster bottle. I hate that word.
I don't know if I've actually seen like a glass ketchup bottle in a store for a long time.
I know. See? North Carolina, what's wrong with you?
They're
Okay?
in the South. They haven't gotten new bottles yet.
Let's wrap this up. So glad you guys are enjoying the episode. I really am. And I love the comments. I really like hearing what people think. It's my favorite thing. So you can check out my YouTube videos at Luke Roxwell Vlogs. Check out our other episodes on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play now.
Yeah.
Slamming. I've said that like 18 times. I just can't help it. I can't help it. It's stuck in my head. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been awesome. And
Bye.
Outro music.
outro.
Damn!